Builders are slashing prices at the highest rate in 3 years. Housing permits and housing completions suffer. Will this result in construction layoffs? Let's find out. If you're a realtor or lender, you've probably felt the tension in today's housing market. But here's some perspective. We're not dealing with one housing market, we're kind of dealing with two. On one side, we have existing home sales starting to show some real signs of recovery, but on the other side, home builders are facing some serious headwinds, and if you're not separating these two, you may be misreading the entire landscape. Earlier this week, Moody's chief economist Mark Zandi raised the alarm. He called a red flag on the housing market, saying that unless mortgage rates drop from the current levels around 7%, we could see a major slowdown in sales, construction, and even prices. But here's where we push back. That might apply to builders, but not to the existing resale market. Let's start with what's actually happening in resales. Despite elevated rates, purchase applications have been climbing. We've now seen over 5 months of year-over-year growth and 10 weeks in a row that have shown double-digit gains. Now, that doesn't happen in a collapsing market. That happens when more homes are finally hitting the market and buyers are starting to regain some leverage, which is a great thing. Yes, rates are still high, but buyers are showing up anyway. So here's the question for you. If this is what demand looks like when rates are 7%, what happens when rates actually hit like 6%? Are you guys ready for that bump in activity? I know I am. Now let's shift to new construction. This part of the market is clearly under stress. Builder confidence is shrinking, permits are slowing down, buyer foot traffic is light, and nearly 4 in 10 builders are now cutting prices to stay competitive. But there's a deeper issue here that isn't getting enough attention. Right now, we're seeing the lowest level of housing completions in 3 years, yet the number of people working in residential construction is still at record highs. That's not normal, and as you can see, these two typically track closely together. Something might be broken in the pipeline, or maybe we're just simply foreshadowing a drop in construction employment to come. Builders are deliberately slowing the pace of completed units, but why? Because many of them believe that they'll actually get higher prices later. So they're holding back inventory instead of bringing it to the market now. The system is clogged, projects are delayed, buyers are stuck waiting. Some people point to local zoning restrictions, and that might be part of it. But the bigger part, honestly, guys, is the interest rates. The cost of financing is jamming up the entire supply chain, and this matters for the broader economy too. Housing construction jobs are often among the first to go and get cut in a downturn. If builders continue to pause this new activity, that could bleed into payroll losses and ripple out across the entire country. So what does this all mean? The existing home sale market is slow, but making some real progress. It's not booming, but it is functioning. More inventory is hitting the market, demand is showing resilience, the market is recalibrating. Meanwhile, the new construction side is stalling. Builders are cautious, margins are shrinking, and projects are getting delayed or canceled altogether. Without lower rates, we could see even fewer housing starts and more economic pressure by the end of the year. Realtors, this is your window. Inventory is picking up, prices are starting to soften, and buyers are looking for guidance. Are you leading them through it? Lenders, buyers are becoming more rate aware than ever. Are you giving them creative options? Are you ready to act the moment we see rates dip into the low sixes? This is not a market in free fall. It's a market in transition. And the professionals who understand that, who educate, who adapt and lead through this will come out ahead in the second half of 2025. And once again, what does this do to the Fed, guys? It puts even more pressure on them to lower rates. They're now getting it from the president, FHFA, lenders, realtors, and now builders. The market has spoken and the need for lower rates is clear. Will they respond? I think they will. It may not be till September, but I think they will.